All right, let's bring back our on-set guest, Sener Akturk, who is a senior fellow at our research center. Sener, now, for the last 5-10 minutes, we've been talking about FETÖ and FETÖ-related schools. When you look at sort of the definition of a classic terror organization, having a non-state actor sort of have strong ties within the field of education isn't something that actually you see quite often. This is quite unusual, isn't it?
Therefore, we need to draw on two different comparisons when we discuss the Gülenist network, FETÖ, and make it intelligible to the outside world. Because it's not, strictly speaking, a non-state organization. It's an organization that captured the state. In fact, its prime power came from capturing the pinnacles of the military, judiciary, and the police in conjunction for a few years, such that anybody who criticizes FETÖ was put on trial, imprisoned, as it happened in 2010, 2009, before and after that. And much worse, as you know, FETÖ is implicated also in the murder of Turkey's most famous and venerated Turkish Armenian journalist Hrant Dink, and that trial is also going. So from murder to imprisonment, this organization that captured levers of state power, again, especially the judiciary, the police, and the military, it resembles to a certain extent Nazi and Stasi in East Germany. Personnel who have been tried through a process of denazification and decommunization in East and West Germany. And that's why I'm only partially optimistic, because as we know, many Nazi criminals, after the collapse of the Third Reich in 1945, fled all over the place, to Argentina, to Chile, to all the more impenetrable places where they thought they were secure, South Africa, apartheid South Africa, and so on and so forth. So, and they were high-ranking officers, bureaucrats, judges in the Nazi National Socialist state structure. So to a certain extent, and similar with communist officers who perpetrated crimes in East Germany, but also elsewhere in the communist bloc. So in a certain sense, the FETÖ phenomenon resembles and the process to purify the state from FETÖ elements resembles denazification in Germany, or in East Germany, the purging of Stasi. To another extent, though, it does resemble many similar messianic political movements with a penchant for violence that are being employed. Mücahidin-i Halk, the anti-Iranian, but originally Iranian movement that is very much endorsed by many U.S. senators, congresspeople, to whom they contribute funds, is a prime example. Mücahidin-i Halk, by many definitions of the term, could be described as a terrorist organization, and yet it isn't being punished or pursued as such. And during Iran-Iraq war, it was employed against Iran by Iraq, later by the United States in its anti-Iranian policy initiatives. But the point is, Turkey and US are allies, right? We still have a lot more in common in geopolitical and other types of interests than differences. And it's unacceptable for two NATO allies to be, sponsors, or at least, if not sponsors, at least sheltering, sheltering a group that attempted a coup, and also many other things in the other country. And in the case of Greece also, this is a country that could, just as Germany with denazification, Greece is a country that could very easily understand Turkey's predicament, because Greece went through so many military coups. The last one ended in 1974, and many of the people, Democrats, including the current Prime Minister Mitsotakis, spent time in Turkey fleeing the Greek military junta. So this is a country, this is a nation that suffered very much under military dictatorships. I'm talking about our friend, ally, and neighbor, Hellenic Republic of Greece. And this is a country that could easily understand what military coup plotting and conspiracy is. So I'm cautiously optimistic that in the long run there will be some extraditions, but just as in the case of, Chilean military coup plotters, Iranian military coup
There's going to be a lot.
plotters,
So, I mean, this
Nazis who spent all their life and died in peace.
Okay, Sener, this is a lot
That
to
could also
digest,
happen,
but
yeah.
I do thank you for coming on and actually just
Thank
sort of
you, Alican.
offloading a lot of information. It's useful information and putting things into perspective.